Latoya! Whoa! Right. It's Friday. It is so much Friday today, Shaviva, and it's warm.
Oh my goodness, yes, it is wonderful. Yeah.
We have made it. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Miss Rocky and Shaviva North End Update Live. Because there's always something good happening on the North End.
And everywhere else. Y'all know this.
And I'm Rocky.
And I'm Shaviva. And this is North End Update.
So we want you to know today we got a great, great, great show. Got a shout out to our frequent viewers. First of all, who are they?
Sarita Anderson, Gabby DeWitt, Lloyd Forney, and Curtis Washington.
Hey, how y'all doing? Reed Roberts, Scott Kowalty, Sticks, Norman Corey, and Alicia Hollingsworth. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today we have some great guests. We have a young lady named Virginia Henderson that just sang happy birthday and touched my heart. And I couldn't find her, so we got her on the show.
Okay, yep, you found her.
I found her.
All right.
All right, and then we also have Latoya.
Yes, Latoya Hall from AMANI Community Services. That's a wonderful organization. If you didn't know anything about it, you're going to find out more about it today.
Okay. And I got the word that to fix my microphone, but we want to thank you
for making us the best show on the internet.
Number one.
Hey.
Hello.
Can't nobody say different.
That's
right.
Thank you so much for making us the best. All right. We want you to stay in tune with us today because we have a Give It Air segment that's going to be very interesting, Shaviva.
That's right. We're going to be talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion, and why representation matters.
Yes. That's right. And our talking point is the idea of overcoming is always fascinating to me. It's fascinating because few of us realize how much energy we have expended just to be here today. And that's by Maya Angelou.
Yes,
so
she said a mouthful.
Yes, we're going to talk to our guests about that, how they feel about the energy that they have expended to get here today. All right. And also, we want to remind you, we are celebrating, sorry, my nose is itching a little bit. Celebrating 6 years, Shaviva.
I know, yeah.
6 years of positivity from a North End perspective. I tell you, Shaviva, it's been great, and it's so exciting to still be here.
Right, it really is, and we thank everybody so much who has been sticking with us, who's been tuning in, who listening to what we have to say, because you know what, there's so much good going on in this community. Don't let nobody tell you different. We know that with any place, any time, that there's going to be some things that aren't so good, and we aren't blind to that, but we also don't want you to be blind to what's really good, to where you think, oh, somebody hear the name Waterloo and be like, oh, Waterloo. No.
You know, and it can make a person take pause. If you watch the news and you see these different faces on the news and you think, oh, there's a lot of bad actors, but guess what? There's a lot of good too.
Indeed.
So we just want to keep encouraging everyone to focus on the good stuff because, girl, that bad stuff, it'll wear you out.
I know. When it comes to talking about good stuff all the time, who does that?
We do.
Thank you very much.
All right. And we want to shout out to Les Wild. I don't know if Agnes has a couple pictures of his beautiful artwork that he did on for our awards ceremony the other day. But they were absolutely fabulous, Shaviva.
Yes, and it was just such a unique idea. Because, you know, a lot of times people will get a plaque or something like that, and those are wonderful, and, you know, they have a lot of meaning as far as you're trying to recognize that someone has done something great and you want to recognize them. But Les Wild made works of art.
Yes.
And the name plaque is on the back.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah.
And you can just put it up. Travis is so excited to just put it in his office.
A beautiful piece of art.
Or you could put it on the wall if you choose. So we go to our Facebook page. I promise you we will have some beautiful images for you to look at there. All right, and newsflash, birthday people, we got a singer.
Yes, we do.
Real singer.
We know y'all enjoy our singing,
right?
But this is somebody who can sing.
We think you like our singing because we can't sing good, but we can sing loud.
There you
go.
go.
That's what's happening. But today, Virginia can sing good, so.
All right.
Wait a minute now. It's coming up. All right. And we want to introduce our Soul Town like every week because this Soul Town is so good, Shaviva.
Yes.
I can't hardly put it down. And, you know, they got the crossword puzzle in the back.
Really?
And they have all about Black history and different things like that. So make sure you get your wonderful copy of thesoultownmagazine.com. Look at Agnes.
Okay, for you hip-hop heads, that is Yo-Yo on the cover.
Okay, Yo-Yo. All righty then, Shaviva. I think it's time to talk to our guests now. Thank you guys so much for waiting. We want to cut away and break away to our beautiful guests.
Yes.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Yes. Let's give yourself a hand, right? All right. And I don't know, I think what we're going to do is turn this around so you can watch our studio view, and maybe you guys can get can you kind of make it so it's pointing at the TV or not? Maybe not. I think it is. You can see Ed over there, North End Update, and see our studio angle. Hope it's a treat for you. Anyway, if it's not, sorry, we'll try something different next time. But anyway, welcome, Virginia Henderson.
Hi.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Yes. Okay, and also we have Latoya.
Yes.
Latoya, welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So we have our talking point, Shaviva, and it's brought to you by Grout Museum District.
Right. Okay. Yes. Be sure to check out their new exhibit, The Toy Box: Generations of Play. I had so much fun in there. It brings out your inner child. I was in there playing with Mr. Potato Head.
Oh yeah.
The light bright. They have life-size, stuff like that you can play with. But that's a whole other story. So yes, be sure to check that out.
Right, go to the Grout. Okay, the idea of overcoming is always fascinating to me. This is Maya Angelou talking. I got a little watery eye here. But it's fascinating, Shaviva, because
few of us realize how much energy we have expended just to be here today.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Shaviva, but I know that, being a seasoned woman, like we say every week, I've been through some things.
Yes, indeed.
And life is kind of hard sometimes. It's trying, to say the least. Just your everyday situation can be a task. And I know you deal with people often that are not at their best.
Yes.
So are you also amazed at how much it takes to get to the point you are now? Or even seeing other people in that situation?
Yes, I have my own story, and so I know all about overcoming. I write a lot about it because I do write poetry and depression. I was a teenage mom. I've been in abusive relationships, so the work that I do is because I want to empower women that they can live beyond being a victim. So that is my passion.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
And there's so much after you go through a lot. I think I heard T.D. Jakes say that when you go through a whole lot, I think I've shared this on the show before, and you just move on without getting your blessing, because once you go through on the other side, there's a blessing. He said it's like going through labor pains, having the baby, and then leaving the baby at the hospital. You got to wait and go through some things before you actually can manifest some good things. So do you have any of your own personal experience that you like to share?
I've been through some things she's been through, so I can understand.
Yes, yes. Every day is different. So, yeah.
Yep. And yet, here we are. What it says to me, most of all, is that what it takes, these things that we go through make us resilient. It shows that we're resilient, that it might have bent us, but it didn't break us. We're here. So.
Amen.
Right. So hopefully our audience is watching, and it's kind of like, if you have any comments, go ahead and chime in. But I think, is it Kelly Clarkson that said, if it doesn't break you, makes you stronger? I would sing that part if I could sing, but I thought you were going to jump in.
I don't know it.
But yeah.
I'm sorry.
Right? Then isn't that the truth, though? Because you think something's going to kill you. Oh, my goodness. One time I so enthralled in going through helping somebody else get through what they were getting through, that my own health felt like it was being challenged. And I thought I was not going to make it, just because, you know, when when you get so consumed with something sometimes, you know, it's just overwhelming. Right. So, yeah. It's rough, but there is light on the other side, and like a butterfly, right?
Absolutely.
You come out absolutely
come out of that
better.
Cocoon. Yes. Transformed.
All right. Well, we hope somebody needed to hear that. And if you're going through something today, you know, a lot of people that are stressed with mental illness or what we call brain health nowadays, we want you to know that there is help. So we can't just throw these problems out there on the table, Shaviva.
Yes, absolutely. But since we do know that there is help for it and there are resources and stuff like that, you know, reach out. We have organizations, we have people. We have someone today who's going to talk about some of those resources.
We have someone here today, which would be a great segue. So talk to us, Latoya, about what you want our viewers to know about AMANI services.
Okay, well, AMANI Community Services, we are a culturally specific agency, so we deal primarily with African Americans who are experiencing domestic violence and or sexual assault. Although we are culturally specific, we do assist anyone, and we have male victims. We don't like to call them victims, survivors, females, and we also work with children. We are celebrating this month. April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. And so, especially in the Black community, that's not something that we really talk about. So just to give you some statistics, 1 in 4 Black girls will be sexually assaulted before the age of 18. For every Black woman who reports rape, at least 15 Black women do not report rape. And then 40% of confirmed sex trafficking survivors in the U.S. are African Americans. And this isn't something that we talk about a lot. So we try to do different awareness events and just make the public educated on what's going on. On our Facebook page, at least for this month, Sexual Assault Awareness Month, we'll list statistics and things that are going on as far as sexual assault is concerned. And just kind of talking about what consent is. We realize that a lot of people do not know what consent is.
Yes.
We do have a prevention program where they're in the one of the schools where they talk to the young boys, because we always want to teach young girls, don't dress this way, don't do this, but why don't we talk to the young boys who are committing the crimes and doing the assaults? So instead of making it seem like the young ladies who are assaulted, it's your fault because you wore this or you stayed out too late, let's talk to the young men so that they don't grow up to assault women. So we think that's very important, because we have to get the men involved.
Yes,
trying to prevent
most
this.
definitely.
Yes.
How many women are served by AMANI, and what kind of services are we talking about?
Oh gosh, we serve a lot of women. So the number varies, but I think we have close to 900 clients that we have. Some of the services we offer, individual counseling. We don't have licensed therapists, but if you want to call in and talk to someone about what you're going through, to get referrals and things like that, we can provide those services. Legal advocacy, if you want to get a no contact order, we can go to the courthouse with you, help you fill out the paperwork. If you have a hearing to go to, we can go there to support you. We're not lawyers, but we're there to support you.
How wonderful is that? And so you are on call 24 hours, is that right? And if a person needs help, they just need to call your number?
Yes, our office hours are 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday, but then we have a crisis line, so we all take turns once a month for the week. We'll be on call, so our phones are answered 24 hours a day. So if you need help 2 o'clock in the morning, someone is there to answer the phone.
Wow, that is such a much needed service. I mean, you know, there's times in everybody's life when you deal with circumstances that you don't know who to call, but how nice to know that there's somebody you can identify with that has been through. Are most of your, what do you call them, not agents, but
advocates.
Advocates, are they usually people that have been through what?
Most of the time it is, and so I know for my own self that's why I got into this type of work, because of my past. And it does help that you have someone that not only looks like you, but maybe able to understand what you're going through.
Right. Now, go ahead, Shaviva.
No, I was going to ask, is there an upcoming event that you would like people to know about?
Yes, there is. We actually have a self-care awareness event, and it's going to be Tuesday, April 25th from 5 to 7, and it's going to be at the Toddler Town PlayStation, and that's at 531 Commercial Street. So we want to thank Pastor Judea Hill for offering the building for us. So we're going to have yoga, bingo, and food, also prizes. So we know that there's going to be self-defense keychains by Miss Sasha Prochowski. She has Saucy Creations, and so she's going to be giving out those self-defense keychains. So these services, or this event, is for our former and current clients, so it's free to those clients. So they would just have to call us because it is RSVP, because space is limited. And then for everyone else who would like to attend, it would be $20 if they want to attend. But again, everyone does have to call because the space is limited.
Sure.
And then the first 3 people that do register, they will get a free birdie alarm. So for the first paid, so we can do Cash App. We're going to have a flyer put on our Facebook page if anyone wants to get more details on that. So that's April 25th from 5 to 7 at the Toddler Town PlayStation.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much. We still got a lot more talking to do to you, but I also want to remind our viewers that, I'm moving this around, we're just experimenting with a lot of this stuff just for fun. We're going to remind our viewers that we were supposed to have a drawing today.
Really?
Right, because we have that, that high five post that we had that, and we had a bunch of names that were our top engagers. There were like 10 of you that were watching. So yeah, we're gonna have a drawing when I get home. So I forgot to put the names in the cup, but when I get home tonight, we're gonna have our own personal drawing, our me time, okay? All right, and thank you for that. And we were talking about our Give It Air, Shavila. We didn't get to bring that up, but I think it's a good thing we'll start our conversation with you talking about our Give It Air subject. And that is
why representation matters. Yeah.
And diversity, and what is it?
Diversity,
equity, and inclusion. And if you have a person that has a job that is entitled Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, would you think that it might be good to have somebody that's a little bit diverse into a position that's like that? I mean, I don't know, because
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah. I mean, no, really.
I said I was going to talk to you, but I changed it. Right.
On the topic of diversity, equity, and inclusion.
It's a topic we need to tackle. That's all I'm saying.
And I heard someone make a comment online. Make no discussion about us without us. So people, can't be in a position to make decisions about what's good for other people, and they don't have any experience with that.
And don't know what it feels like to be that person.
Yes.
So I think diversity, equity, inclusion should be definitely any job that entails talking about that a person should be qualified.
Yep, and representation is important because people need to see that it's possible to do these things. This sort of is not even related, but as a kid, I thought I wanted to be like, anybody remember, but no, I guess you'd have to be kind of old to remember the undersea world.
Just kind of old. I remember Jacques Cousteau. I'm young.
Okay, so anyway, Jacques Cousteau.
She's not going to say that. She said, I think I might remember. Okay.
He was a diver. He was he was doing
undersea.
all this wonderful undersea stuff. And I thought, oh man, that would be so cool. But the first, as a kid, the thing that popped in my mind is, well, I can't do that because I can't swim. Duh. And so the thing is, you learn to do that so that you can then be included in that number or whatever, if that's an interest of yours. But again, you have to see an example of someone that looks like you doing that same thing so that it becomes a reality in your mind. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good. I'm glad that you didn't think that.
All the way around the bend. And
talk about that. But you did hit a point. You hit the point home. Okay, so now it's your turn, Miss Beautiful Virginia. She's like, oh, no, not Well, we know that you, I don't know anything about you, Virginia. We don't. So why don't you just first, we'll talk about tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Virginia Henderson. I've been living here for 57 years, born and raised.
Awesome.
And now I'm disabled.
Okay.
Don't want to be, but
No.
the situation. Yes, and so I just love to sing.
Oh,
I'm not
girl.
a real big talker. I love to sing.
Oh, I understand that. But now you're related to DeCarlos.
Yes.
I can almost see the family.
Yes, that's my family.
That's your family.
That's my
Oh,
family.
wonderful. And you say you're from Waterloo, Iowa. Went to East High. Did
Yes,
you go
ma'am.
to East? Okay.
Yes.
Well, good. Well, I tell you one thing. I heard you singing Happy Birthday, and I couldn't go on about it. I just had to find out who is that beautiful voice, and you had so much intent, singing.
Thank you.
Yes. When did you start singing?
Really? At the age of 7.
Okay.
Because we used to go to church all the time. And so me and my little cousin, we would have church at my house.
Okay.
Because I had a little organ.
Oh, wow.
And my first song that the Lord blessed me with, I was 7. And it was I Love Jesus.
Oh.
And so we sung it to my great-grandmama. And then she said she wanted us to sing it at church.
Oh, my goodness. At 7 years old.
7 years
Oh,
old.
and who was
Yes.
we?
It was me, my Uncle Donnell that's gone home,
Okay.
my cousin Terry Smith, and my Uncle Dean Wright, and my other cousin Charles Earl Smith.
Oh, my. And Donnell?
Right, he passed
Okay.
away.
I'm sorry. I knew it,
Donnell
Donnell.
Wright. He used to work at the KBBG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. And so here you are up in church singing Jesus what? Jesus.
I love
I
Jesus.
love Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. And
Yeah.
then it just carried on from there.
It had stopped for a minute, situations had went on, as a kid. And yeah, it started back up in 2012. I've been singing songs for the Lord.
Oh, and tell us about your church. What church?
I'm from Resurrection Church. Reverend Obadiah T. Bulls is my pastor.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Yeah, and my stepfather.
Oh,
Okay.
so now it's coming together.
Yeah.
Essie is your mother.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Okay.
bless her.
Yes,
How we
ma'am.
know
Yes,
we do. Your
yes.
beautiful mother.
Yes.
Oh, yes. What a sweet spirit. We,
Yes.
with the YWCA, I think she was involved. Now, did Essie sing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, see, I
Yes.
didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, she sang. And me and my cousin Valerie Norman,
Okay,
Carlos' mom,
yes.
and my cousin Sylvia Anderson.
Of
and
course, I went to
Gertha
school with
Oliver.
Sylvia.
Yeah.
We were in the same class.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, Virginia, you said you've been here, that you were born and raised here.
Yes, ma'am.
What's one of the best things about growing up in a place like Waterloo? I asked that because I'm not from here. I moved here from Chicago, and I thought I was only going to be here just a little while, but that little while turned into more than 30 years.
Okay.
So just talk about what it is you like about being from a town like Waterloo. Family, of course, right?
Yeah, I love my family.
Okay.
Yeah, I love all my family, even though I don't see very many of them, but I still love my family. And Waterloo, it's a good town. It was very good back in the days where you could bring your kids here and raise them up. But now, since a lot of things have changed, y'all know the situation on that. But I love Waterloo, Iowa.
Yes, Waterloo is home to us, and now
Yes.
they got a new logo. It's a big W that goes like this,
Yes.
and that's make me think of Waterloo is like
W for the win.
the W for the win. Yes, and we've seen some hard times, and like we said earlier, we know there's some bad actors out there, and we know that there's some things that are going on. But I like the fact that we're being able to attack a lot of that, and actually. I think from us being down here at City Hall and seeing how the city works, we've had interviews with the fire department and the police department and seeing how things are running. I got good faith that things are always going to be improving.
Yes,
Right?
it's getting better.
Right, just like you getting discovered today. After you get on this show and start singing, girl, the people, who is it? America Got Talent. Everybody,
Oh, my
and just
God,
don't
I know.
forget about us. Okay?
I won't.
Don't look
I ain't
the
trying
other
to go
way.
all there, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know how much time we have, or do we have any comments at all, Ed, today? Ed's gonna check for us. We love it when Ed can fill in. Okay.
Renee Carson just says, keep singing, niece.
Oh, okay. Yes,
All
Renee. That's down in Tri-City Clothing. Okay, so you're. I know you probably feel kind of strange sitting there.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the camera right
Sitting
on
there,
her.
we
Got her
got
on
the
the
camera right
spotlight.
on Shabima. Come on, let's get in
I
there.
can't do nothing but look at you.
I know, right? Look at us. Oh, we'll scoot over so we can all three be in the shot while you sing us a little bit of what you wanted us to hear, and then we're going to sing Happy Birthday to our birthday people. Okay. We're going to let you sing it, so you get to sing 2 songs.
Okay.
Okay. A and a B selection.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. What is it? And she's going to sing a cappella. That's a real singer.
Yes.
And let's-
I'm going to sing, Oh Lord, He didn't have to do it, but I'm going to keep it short and sweet.
Okay.
And then I also want to just sing a little bit of Walk and Talk with Jesus one of
Okay.
these days. I'm going to keep
No,
that short
spotlight
and
on her. I
sweet.
ain't gonna do nothing but stand.
Okay. All right. Go ahead on now. Sing, girl.
Oh Lord, you didn't have to do it. You didn't have to do it. Oh Lord, you didn't have to do it. You didn't have to do it. You woke me up this morning.
Yes.
You woke me up this morning. Started me on my way. Started me on my way. Oh Lord,
Yes.
oh Lord, you didn't have to do it. You didn't have to do it. Yes. You didn't have to do it.
All right. But won't he do it, though?
Yes, he
He'll
will.
do it.
Yes, he will.
Start you out on your way to Friday. Good. It's a good Friday to kick off your weekend with a wonderful song like that. Oh, thank you, Virginia. Oh, that's beautiful. And you know, I know your whole family can sing. Now that I think about it, we got Val. She the one that led us on the bus.
That's right. When we went to
Singing,
down to Des Moines for Make Me a World.
Yes,
Yeah.
for how she started the song. I'm on my way. You know that one?
Yeah.
Girl, we rocked that bus.
Yes, we did.
It was so much fun.
Yes.
Well, thank you. Now you get to sing happy birthday to these wonderful birthday people, Shaviva.
That's right. We got the best birthday people.
The best ones. Look who we got this week.
That's right. We got Kizzy Mason,
Yes.
Ray Clark,
Ray.
Billy Bailey,
Yes.
Ife Gallardo,
Yes.
Benita Washington,
All
right.
Gabby Shirley,
Hey. All right. Who
Who else we got?
Denny McCabe.
McCabe.
McCabe, all right.
There you go.
Keisha Amanda.
Hey, hey.
Knowledge Calhoun, your
My grandson, yes.
Angie Smith Stevens, who is almost a niece.
Okay.
And Denia Berry, who is almost a niece.
All right. Happy
And
birthday.
Palmer Bird, Waterloo Proud Palmer Bird. You ever heard of that name? Palmer Bird? No? I know, no? Okay, well, he's Waterloo, old school, low. He's older than me, so what's that tell you?
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
And happy birthday to all you beautiful people.
Yes,
All
indeed.
right, thank you, Ed. And now we get to have her sing the birthday people. All right.
Y'all bear with me. My sinus is messed up. I know y'all can tell that. But
No,
yeah,
honey,
I'm
you
going to do the best
sound
I
good.
can.
You just doing
Fine.
fine.
Right.
You're doing great.
Yes.
All right. Yes, we said
Happy birthday to you.
yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you and many more. Happy birthday to you.
Okay. Hey.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you and many
Yeah.
more.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. See, she knew it was an audition. She put a special on there. She said, let me sing my heart. Now, when they call you, don't forget us, okay? Okay. Just come back. We'd love to have you come back. And
my goodness.
it was so great to actually get to know you. And I'm sorry if I tracked you down. I know you had to sing the Carlos. Yeah, because, you didn't want to have nobody just that you didn't know.
Right. But when you said engaged, that had threw me off.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to ask him.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, thank you so much.
You're so
again.
welcome.
Yes.
Thank y'all for having me.
Oh, honey,
Appreciate
it was a joy. We don't get to
I
do
know,
that
I
often.
know.
Yes. Okay, and we always have to tell everybody, we know our time's up. Ed's probably going to be giving us the hook in a minute. But as seasoned women, we've learned a few things, Shaviva.
I know, sometimes from other seasoned folks.
Yes, and
indeed.
I've learned that a person who's nice to you but rude to the waiter is not a nice person. I hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
You can
And what
tell.
I've learned to not be afraid of the responsibility of caring for other people.
Right.
Oh, wait, that is really
I got
something.
something else to tell you.
Oh, what else?
And I also like have little programs out for church. We're gonna try to have it a little bit earlier because the older people can't make it out in the time that we're having a little concert like for my mom because she likes to help people. So I'll be trying to do that mission for her, to have many people that can come and support us so we can, get money to help people that are incarcerated, single mothers.
That's a beautiful
Yeah.
mission.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I
And
try to do.
Well, now that we're friends on Facebook, you text me the information and we'll put it out there.
Okay.
When is the date? Do you have a date set?
Not set yet.
Okay, well, see,
Valerie's
we're
sick
friends
right
now.
now.
We're
Okay.
friends.
Yep,
So
so when
whenever-
you do, just
Yeah, I'll let y'all
be in
know.
touch.
Yes,
Yeah.
be in touch.
Yeah.
All right, we want to tell you guys until next week, do stuff like her. Right? Do a lot of good stuff. Make a mission. Make
That's
a point
right.
to have a food drive.
Yep,
And-
like Virginia and like Latoya.
Right.
That's right.
Because it,
It
makes
makes
us
us
all
all
look
look
good.
good.
That's
See you
right.
next time.
If it's Friday,
It's
it's North End Update.
Thank you.